Hi, welcome back to Spotcast.
Kanchong.
Okay. Hi, welcome back to Spotcast.
Okay, I'm David. She's
Audrey.
Yeah, welcome back again. Today we're going to deep dive into one of the launches that is launching in January itself. Okay, and then this is the first time we're going to do a project evaluation.
Yes.
And why do we do it? Because I think it's really necessary because we have seen many people actually jumping into project based on hype.
Always FOMO, we like to queue up and things like that.
Yes.
Yes, but today we are really going to talk about a particular project and deep dive into it using our water concept, our L.E.X.
Yes.
Yes.
Our intention is very simple. Okay, know the project before you even step into the show flag. Okay, know its pros and cons and decide whether this project is actually for you. Because this will really save you a lot of time.
But of course, before that, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes, not Spotcast.sg. Our YouTube channel, Spotcast.sg. You have liked our video so far, and then we'll be doing a weekly updates. So over the next few episodes, you'll see a lot of projects evaluation. And of course, we have our signature podcast, and where we got nothing much to do, and then we start to talk to each other.
Yes, and do also join our Telegram community where you will receive a daily updates.
Yes, the community is really a channel where everybody can be inside. Then we will help each other on our property roadmap. So feel free to join. It's a Telegram chat, and you can see in the QR. All right, and of course, not forgetting our socials. So over at my right, you will see all my socials popping up.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you have our Facebook, Instagram,
YouTube,
IG. Yeah, IG is Instagram lah.
Yeah.
TikTok. Yeah, so if you want me, you'll follow me on LinkedIn also can. All right. So I think the most important thing is, we are so used to now OCR pricing is now at about 2001 actually from Springleaf.
I think as property agents, right, we see prices, from every launch, and we're kind of like used to it. But for people who probably, I'm just very focused on, okay, I want to buy a property. Then suddenly you see the price and, oh my goodness, is this the correct price to get into?
Correct, because 2002 plus PSF to 2004 PSF for OCR, right?
Yeah.
Starts, I think, in Lentor itself. Lentor Mansion, Lentor Modern, this is the price where, it hits 2003, 2004 PSF. A lot of people say, wow, this location also can, but it's actually in OCR. Okay, then of course comes Springleaf, where it drops to about 2001, 2002 PSF. And this probably explains why it's really selling good.
Yes, and talking about Springleaf, we'll do our next video is on it also. Yes, so stay tuned for the video on Springleaf also.
Yes. Okay, so of course we are interested to find out whether 2002 plus PSF for an OCR project, is it considered expensive or is it going to be a new norm?
Yeah, I think a lot of people might be thinking, some people might be thinking, 2000 plus for what? OCR area also expensive.
Yes.
Yeah, but is it getting to become the new norm already? Yeah, this is something that we want to talk about and then deep dive into this particular project.
Yes, especially it's going to be in dairy farm. Okay, so today what you will be sharing, number one, of course, we are going through the introduction that includes why property prices are picking up and what is the real catalyst behind the growth. Okay, the second one is, of course, our dairy farm transformation.
Because what's the transformation around the area?
Because we are going to NARA Residences now, which is in dairy farm.
Because when we are using our L.E.X method, we are going to deep dive into
location.
And whether there's any transformation going on or not.
Yes. All right, and transformation versus the price, does it make sense? Right, so then after that, we'll go into our GRS breakdown. Again, this is into location. Why? Because we want to see how many plots of land are incoming and whether it makes sense for you to even go in now. Okay, because if the few plots of land, there's so many plots, why not wait till later?
Yes.
So then, of course, we'll look.
But is it worth the wait or not? People will ask.
Last time we do have clients who wait, from a 3-bedder, 2-bedder, he didn't buy. He wanted to save up more for 3-bedder and end up within 2 years, he was priced up. So he can only buy a 1-bedder.
Correct.
All right, so he ended up buying a HDB instead, which is nice. I mean, you still have a comfortable place to stay.
I mean, it's not like HDB is not good. I think if you're looking at water concept or retirement plans and all, we always talk about prudency and going into what you can really afford.
Yes.
The best that you can afford.
It makes sense.
Yeah,
the most is you don't want to be, buying a property and then after having to
eat instant
scheme on
noodles
everything.
or eat porridge every day to,
Yes.
to pay for the property.
Correct.
Yeah.
Unless you say you are very young, I can still fight, then no problem. Okay.
Yes.
But then on the whole, what we are doing is prudency buying. Okay. Then we will be looking at our launch price analysis, which is really important. Again, is the entry price, the launch price, does it make sense versus the resale, and so on and so forth.
Precisely.
And then of course the exit strategy. Is there anybody
that
buying
is
from
very
you?
important.
Yes.
Exit.
And last but not least, our recommendation.
Yes.
Okay, so stay on to the end of the video if you want to hear our recommendations. Okay, so let's look into it. In Singapore recently, we have realized this trend. A lot of people say, one bedder, two bedder cannot buy. Okay, but then they didn't realize one thing.
Yeah, some people started recently to say, wow, one bedder, two bedder cannot buy.
One bedder, two bed plus study. Two bed, not plus study. Two bed, one bath, and one bedder is not a good place to purchase. Because most of the time you cannot sell. Then the reason why they cannot sell is because they are demanding a super high profit.
Correct.
Okay, so but then when we look into it, right, there's actually a rising number of smaller households. I have to say youngsters or singles.
Singles who may not want to continue staying with their parents.
Yeah.
Dings. Couples who are married, who don't want any children.
Okay.
They probably want pets instead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, that's called dings.
Yeah, dual income, no kids.
Dual income, no kids. I'm so sorry. I belong to the aging population. All right. So we are seeing a one-person household, two-person household on the increase, and these are the people that are actually looking for very good location, good accessibilities,
yes,
and small units, just enough for them to stay.
Yes. Because if you're looking at the next slide, right? The household income is on the rise.
Okay, not too bad because we are seeing household income as of last year 2024, the household income is 14,542. Okay, increment of 27% from 2015.
Yes.
And from post-COVID, it's an increment of 19%.
It's 5 years.
5 years, 19%. I think not too bad. Yeah, because last time when I was in the Air Force, my increment is only like 2-3% per year.
Okay.
So it's $200-300 per year.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so that's donkey years ago lah. But then that's it. Okay, so that explain a lot of one bedders and two bedders. If you are actually considering, it might be still worth the purchase because of the rise in smaller household and yet the increase of their household income.
But at the same time, going into one bedders and two bedders, or even to two bed one bath, I think we have to also look
Be
at
smart.
Yes, location.
Location, yes.
It's very important.
You don't overpay for a location that's not as fantastic as a location that is better.
Yes.
All right. For example, probably let's quote, for example, 3,000 OCR versus 3,002 CCR. Okay, location wise, I think probably you want to squeeze a bit more and go into your 3,002. Okay, but of course, if you can't, then probably you might be looking into your CCR, RCR, or OCR. But find the right property. All right, because the most important thing is really two things: entry price and whether there's an exit strategy. Like if you intend to sell.
Correct.
Yeah, if you're buying and
that's
then staying for
good,
then
That's what our L.E.X method is all about. Looking at the location, deep diving into it.
Yes.
The entry price.
Yes.
And also the exit strategy.
Yes. Many of you will be wondering, like, hey, L.E.X method, right? Why is there even a L.E.X method? Okay, because before the L.E.X method, we have to run through a clear framework.
Yes.
Okay, so it's our signature framework where we guide buyers to buy the right property based on their goals and their finances and how much you want to retire in the later years. And then based on that, right, we run down deep into each category and evaluation falls into the L.E.X method.
Yes, because all this planning needs to be done.
Yes.
Very carefully before you even jump into probably the biggest purchase of your life.
Yeah. One wrong move could set you back by a few years. Like, it's not one wrong move, that means you're gone forever.
It's not like one wrong move means that's the end of the world or anything like that. But
there's two kinds of property. In fact, one kind is you're buying for investment where you want to be able to offload it in the shortest time, or if not, provide a very good rental that you can hold for passive.
Correct.
Okay, but as of now in Singapore, most of the properties, right, if you ask me, because of the entry price, it does not provide such a good rental yield, and it might not be sustainable.
Yes.
Okay, so a lot of people are now buying for capital appreciation, and that's where the numbers really matter.
And it being a forced savings for yourself.
Yes.
Yes.
So then the other kind is really on our very new norm, which some people call it stay vesting. We call it stay and invest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, stay and invest means you are staying and then hoping that you will get your capital gain when you want to sell. Okay, of course, there's another kind of property is I just want to stay. Don't tell me about my capital gain.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want a comfortable place, some place I like.
Yeah.
I don't care where is it, but I must like that place.
Yes.
I want to stay there for the longest time.
Yeah. Eventually, when I want to sell, make loss, never mind. But if it's a profit, then it's a bonus. Okay, so these are the three categories of properties that we will be looking into eventually. Okay, so okay, we have this prediction by DBS and Morgan Stanley since I think 2013 or 2015 lah. Okay, so by DBS, they say that property price will actually increase to 2030 or property price to double by 2030. Morgan Stanley firm it up with to say that property price to double by 2030 as well. And what we are seeing is actually on average is 3,000 PSF.
And we are kind of going towards that direction.
Because initially when I saw this report, right, I was like saying Mala only you. On average 3,000 PSF is like wow.
But reports like this, they're done over researchers.
Analysis,
they really
studies.
Analyze it properly and all. So a prediction, of course, it's not the I suka. I just come out with one figure and then I put it on the news and things like that. But these are really studies, and we might just be going towards that.
Yes, because we did have a chart. Okay, you'll see the chart again. Okay, since 2018, right, the average PSF across the whole Singapore is 1670. Okay, and this figure is achieved. We got this figure by comparing all the projects that is in Singapore. Okay, we don't break it down into
so it's the whole of Singapore.
So it could be driven up by your CCR and pulled down by your OCR prices.
Yes.
Okay, but then as of these few years, OCR and RCR prices are catching up. CCR price, in fact, haven't catch up as much. All right, so over the few years, okay, it has been growing steadily. And in fact, from 2018 to 2025 is 57%.
It's a 57% growth.
Yeah. I buy one property in 2018. I earn half a property in 2025.
Yes. So, if you had dived in to make a decision in 2018. Yes.
Okay, but bear this in mind when we ask you to buy a property or when you're looking to buy a property, right, the important thing is to always make sure that you can actually hold. Don't go into the I buy then hoping that 4 years I can sell.
Yes.
And then I can run away. No, because you must be able to hold. Because in case economic crisis, so on and so forth, the price dip a bit, you can hold on to it and then still.
Yeah, because really nobody can predict the future.
Yes.
So we must be able to. It got to work on sustainability.
Yes.
In a way, you must be able to hold the property that you're buying or you have bought.
Okay, so Audrey, let me ask you a question. All right, since 2018 to 2025, right, the growth is 57%. It's really high, ma.
Yeah.
So from 2026 to 2030, you think still can sustain the price?
With the, if we are looking at the catalyst that we are going to talk about in a while, I think, yes, it is sustainable.
Yeah, but it's really for you viewers to decide. Okay, we'll just share the information, you decide. Okay, so one thing we want to deep dive into, okay, we don't talk about what interest rate, we don't talk about cooling measures, we don't talk about economy, we don't talk about the world. Okay, we just want to talk about one thing.
Yes, one very, very important thing.
Yes, and we are very simple people. We do simple economics.
Yeah.
Supply versus demand. Right, so you see when there's a huge supply, weak demand, price will always be
lower.
Okay, when there's a huge demand, lack of supply, what happened? The price will be driven up.
Yes.
Okay, it's akin to durians,
the durian example that I always use.
She always like durian example.
Okay. I've been thinking of eating durian though.
Yes. Okay, so Singapore, we have this very powerful paper which was done up by the government. Okay, it's a population white paper, and it actually explains the need for population growth. And it wants to have a sustainable population so that our economy can continue to grow lah.
Yeah, because we have an aging population, and to prevent this, our population overall, generally, Singapore's population from shrinking, we have to do something about it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, simple economy will also suffer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I have to say, if we have a aging population that is happening too fast, okay, we will have more youngsters working harder to sustain the economy for the elderly. Okay, so it's not what the Singaporean government wants. Okay, so what we do is, they actually propose, it's not a dictation, but they were thinking of, this could be the case because by 2030, if we can hit the 6.5 mil population, it could well sustain our economy.
Yes.
Okay, so what they were hoping for was this. Okay, initially, in 2008, in fact, that's when I joined property.
2008, okay.
Okay, that time I was serving a lot of PR buying HDBs. And last time I didn't understand why. But then now that I look at this, right, in 2008, right, there's actually 79,000 PR coming to Singapore, converted. That explains why so many are buying HDBs. Okay, then after that,
and I think that was a time where once you get your PR, you can
straight away
go straight to
and that time, I think if most of us remember that time, right, when you're buying a HDB, right, COV is 50,000-60,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's by bidding, and when you're going out there, hey, you have money to pay, or if not, you cannot buy.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like that. So, but then, I think government has actually changed. So they are actually looking to aim to increase the PR population by 30,000 on average per year. Okay, and then also to stop our citizen population from shrinking, they are taking in 15 to 25,000 new citizens per year.
Okay, so in fact, with the previous video that we actually give out the actual numbers on the newly minted citizens and also PR for year 2024, we are actually quite on track lah.
Quite on track. The numbers actually tells it actually tallies lah. Which surprisingly, because to me it's always prediction won't happen. So, but then Singapore make it happen. Yeah, so whatever they predict, they will want, I think they can achieve it. Okay, so
in fact we deep dive into it, so you won't need to.
Yeah. Okay, so you must know one thing is, okay, population is ever increasing. Okay, with this increase in population is due to, why is there a need to increase the population? Is really to sustain the economy.
Singaporeans are not giving birth enough.
Yeah, no choice lah. High cost of living. You ask me, I also don't give birth. So troublesome. Okay, so they did tighten the immigration framework in late 2009, and on average, right, between 2014 to 2018, we are seeing 21,600 citizens granted per year.
Okay.
31,100 PR per year.
So for that 4 years, the average was about 21,000 plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
51,000.
So after that, the next 4 years?
The next 4 years from 2019 to 2023, average is 22,400 Singapore citizens, 32,600 PRs. So then it adds up to about 54,000.
50. Oh, yeah.
Hey, math. 3 plus 2, 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
About that. About
so 55,000.
Yes, about 55. Okay. Correct.
And what we are saying is, out of these 55,000, of course, not everybody is buying a house. Okay. But then they are adding on to the demands for housing.
Correct. Yes.
Because seriously, if you ask me, I would rather buy than rent.
I mean, personally, for me, being a house owner and somebody who a tenant before also, having my own house is
better, right?
Yeah, I don't have to stress about things.
I think it's the culture. It's the culture of Singaporeans. It's the culture of Singaporeans. We are taught from young that home ownership is important.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why we actually have a very high home ownership rate, which is 90.4%, if I'm not wrong.
90.8%.
Yes, 90.8% since 2015.
I think our government has done a very good job on the
creating homes for
public housing. Yes, the government housing. In many other countries, government housings are, people are very scared of government housing.
Rundown condition.
Because it's like run down only for a certain demographics of people and things like that.
Correct. But in Singapore, it's different. In Singapore, anybody can buy a government housing. It could be a BTO, if not, it's a resale. And in fact, most of the HDB flats are very nicely built.
Yes, yes, and very nicely maintained.
Yes.
Still,
okay.
yes.
So in 2024 itself, okay, with the increase of population from now, which is now 2024 is 6.04 mil. Okay, population home ownership rate is still at 90.8%.
We have a very, very high home ownership
I used to
rate,
say
yes.
what I think what this means is increase of population, increase of supply, but then home ownership is still there.
Still there. Yes.
So that's why that explains why property prices is not coming down, because supply demand is balanced. But in fact, right now, if you ask me, demand is higher than supply. That's explain the need, the why the property price is all going up, lah.
Correct.
Okay, but this is stage one because they want it to grow accordingly.
Of course, the next article we talk about, all the reports on
massive supply,
the supply
Yes.
of housing and things like that.
And then you hear on the
Yes.
internet, the keyboard warriors always say, "Wow, the property price so high." Caused by property agents because they sell high.
Really not because of property agent. We can't dictate.
We are not magicians,
prices
we're not
like that.
wizards.
Yes,
okay, but then
yes.
the reason for price increase is really because of supply versus demand.
Yes.
Okay, and even with the supply, okay, because in 2020 to 2025, BTO supply was about 100K leh.
Correct.
Okay, and then private housing from, I think 2026, right, next year, they will be launching 4,600 units.
Yeah, just earlier we did mention, we are going to take a look at the new launches.
Yes, correct.
For
Also,
the first half of next year.
Yes.
And determine how many units there will be available.
Yeah, so they are also reporting, there's an increase in supply, so not to worry and so on and so forth. But because people being FOMO, they will always be worried. What if I don't buy now, then next time it's going to be so much more expensive?
Yes,
and because
government land sales
it's getting higher and higher.
We do see a pattern that, developers, they also need to work on their land banks.
Yeah, a developer cannot be empty lah.
Yeah, I mean
no land bank means empty ma. Empty means I got nothing to do.
Correct.
Then
you
how do I
cannot have
sustain the
nothing to
economy?
do ma. How to sustain the business?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why they also bid a bit more aggressively. So that's why I also created the increase in prices.
Yes.
Okay, so how do we sustain Sage? How do we show that supply and demand is actually not tally. I have to say lesser supply, more demand. Okay, it's really from the launches that is being stepped up.
Yes,
like
if you look at just previous month alone, there was a few launches and most of them was snap up.
Yeah. It started off with Springleaf Residences, 92% sold. But before that, I think it's Park Town. And before that, the ECs.
Yeah.
And then what's that? Emerald Katong. Mayor Blue.
But in fact, if we were just talking about just in October.
Springleaf 92%.
No, October was
Penreef.
Zion Grand. Sky.
And Zion Grand.
Yes, Zion Grand. Faber Residences.
Yes.
Yes.
All above 85% sold.
Yes.
Okay, so but then a lot of people will say it's not the Singaporeans who are buying.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying, oh, maybe the foreigners are buying, but with the ABSD at 60%,
not many foreigners buying.
If I were to buy 1 million, I got fork out 600,000 extra.
So not everybody is paying this kind of money. And of course, then they'll be saying, Singapore lang ului. Or all buying their second or third property. Okay, but then again, buying second or third property there is, but the numbers might not be that big. You know why or not? Because of the fact that there is this
the ABSD also.
ABSD, 20% extra. Okay. Yes. Of course you can do your, take one name to buy instead lah. Okay. But then it's also a higher.
But even if a couple, for example, husband and wife buy one each, that's two.
Yeah.
If they want to buy more,
also cannot.
ABSD applies still.
Yes. Okay, so then second property, lower LTV applies as well. Then a higher amount of cash down payment. Okay, so that again put the investor's portion to not a very big number. So I have to say a lot of people are buying based on needs.
Yes.
I have to say I need a roof over my head. I must buy.
Correct. I think most of us will definitely need a roof.
And need to buy.
Yes.
And then it's within my expenses as long as I think after calculating I can manage, then I will go,
Correct.
Yeah, so it's not a speculative buy. So that's why prices, in my opinion, is sustainable. Because everybody is buying for own stay.
Yeah, and with TDS, there's not much chances that you you will need to sell your property.
Yeah, because TDSI is
in a very
55%.
fast, yeah.
55% of your income. So I
Correct.
would say it's very, very safe. Okay, so let's look into the launches in the first half of 2026. Okay, so in itself, I think preview that is coming up very soon is your Coastal Cabana.
Yeah, easy.
It's a EC.
Correct.
Okay, then after that, we have our Newport Residence. Finally, it's launched after 2-3 years. Okay, it's a freehold.
Yeah,
it's a freehold in core central region.
Correct.
Okay, downtown core area. NARA Residence, which is upcoming, and that's why we are interested to go deep dive into it in likely in January.
Followed by have River Modern.
And this is really one of the projects that I'll be very, very keen to see because it's by GoCo Land. It's one of their modern series as well.
Yes.
Okay, of course, Sophia Meadow. Meadow, yeah, correct.
Meadows.
Yeah, Meadows. Okay, and of course, we have Revelli in Tampines. It's also a EC or Revel. Revel. Okay, Villa Natura landed. Pinery Residence is, of course, another I think this one is going to be a sellout again, Pinery Residence.
Yeah, so in fact, in Tampines itself, we'll have two.
Yes, one EC and one EC and one private lah.
Yes.
Okay, Tengah Garden Avenue. Okay, it's a GLS which feature 860 unit, and this is something which is interesting also because a big number of HDBs has actually obtained MOP.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing a lot of upgraders trying to go into this area.
Correct.
Okay, and of course we have our Media Circle again. And then our Bayshore is finally coming.
Yes.
Yeah, March, April. And of course the long-awaited Lentor Gardens. And then the rest is not so big project, but we have Duet at Emily, One Leonie Residence, and last but not least,
the former Thompson View.
Yeah, it's going to be a massive project. 1240 units.
Correct.
Okay, Q2. So all in all, how many units are we seeing for private properties?
5,371, and then
that's a lot,
1,320 ECs.
Yes.
So for the first half of 2026, we are looking at 6,000 over units.
Wow, that's a lot. So hopefully price will ease down, but then again, based on needs, supply and demand, it depends on who is really buying and whether they are really buying for needs.
Correct. Correct.
Okay, but based on this, right, what I feel is developer will have to price their unit more sensitive.
But that also depends on how much they have actually paid for the land itself.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. As a business owner, if I pay this, that is my cost price. I definitely cannot go below my cost price.
Cannot be my cost price. My break-even price is 2,000 PSF, then I got to sell at 1,009 or 1,008 PSF.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah. Okay, so then we'll go into this. NARA Residence is really a buy or avoid in 2026.
Yes.
Because should you buy first or should you actually wait for the rest of the projects to be up, then you slowly choose.
So we're going to do a full breakdown on this. Okay, we'll take a look at where exactly is the location of NARA Residences. Okay,
so NARA Residences is really deep inside the dairy farm area. Okay, the very, very first property I remember when Sky Woods was being launched.
Okay.
When I was driving past, I said, oh, finally 这边有屋子了.
Alright.
Okay, but then in fact, that area is quite a good plot because it's actually has a German
school, yes.
Okay, GESS.
Yes.
Okay, which is there. And then from then on, right, actually government released another 2 plots of land following one after another, which is Dairy Farm Residences and the Botany, which is recently sold out. The 4th plot of land coming up is actually a NARA Residence. Okay, so if you want the specific location, you see here is actually just opposite Forest Key Residence and just beside Dairy Farm Residence. Okay.
So let's go a little bit more into NARA Residence itself. We have the fact sheet here. But of course, because it's not near to launch time, we do not have all the information. So do keep a lookout for our videos for more information on this.
So eventually, once we have the latest info, we will start to share the floor plan analysis and so on and so forth in our Telegram community. Alright, so we'll deep dive into that later. But then what we're looking at is location is actually in Dairy Farm.
Dairy Farm.
Okay, who are the developers actually?
Centrally Realty, Apex Asia, Kalim Realty, Sun Lee Heng Civil Engineer.
Yes. Okay, so just a little bit on them. Okay, so we have Centauri Construction, right? What they were famous in is building the Ternet Executive Condominium.
So that's the most recent one.
Apex Asia Alpha, okay, the big boss is actually used to be from Qingjian. I think she's the chairman there. He's the chairman there. Okay, and then yeah, his very famous project is actually Jadescape.
Okay.
Followed by Forex at Bukit Timah, and of course recently they launched the Artisan 8.
Okay.
Which sells very well. Okay, and last but not least is the last two, which is Sun Li Heng, civil engineer. Okay, they are famous for excavation in industrial, commercial, and residential, where Lim Realty is actually one of the construction group, and they are doing an upcoming project in Century at Newton.
Okay. Okay, so this side area, right, is actually on NARA Residence will be sitting on 21,881.8 square meter of land.
Okay, GFA is 45,952 square meter, and what does it mean? It will likely have a build total units of 540.
Yes, slightly from 1 to 4 bedders.
But this is preliminary. Okay,
Yes.
1 to 4 bedders. Okay, likely. And then but importantly, what we want to know is the rest of the info we still don't have, but we update accordingly, because it's very important to buy project based on knowing who are the
developers,
civil structure engineer, the
architects
interior
and
designers,
everybody.
so on and so forth, because it means a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, because nowadays buyers are getting more and more savvy. They are more interested to know who is actually building my house.
Yeah, who has actually designed the building itself.
Okay, so last but not least, the most important price is really the break-even price, which is at 2029 PSF PPR. Well, then a lot of you say, wow, dairy farmer 2029 PSF PPR.
Yeah,
it's a bit on the high side. Yeah,
but let's take a look. Of course, you got to follow through this video to find out more.
Yes.
Why is it at 2059?
2026 lah.
2029.
2029. Yeah, 2029 PSF PPR.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, what makes developer want to bid at this kind of prices? Number one, and whether are they overbidding? Okay, and whether it makes sense to you or not to buy. Okay, so when we look in it, right, based on the location, what we are interested in is really what is the transformation that's upcoming.
Correct. In fact, just now you mentioned we are just beside Dairy Farm Residences, where it's also a mixed development.
Yep, it is a very nice mixed development. It has NDUC finest, it has your restaurant, it has your education center, so on and so forth. So it's a self-sustained, self-contained.
So in fact, just within probably a few minutes walk, you are able to get some amenities lah. Food, I think these are basics that we are looking at.
Yes.
And of course, in Bukit Panjang itself, Senja area.
The grove lah. And this is really for the nature park lovers.
Yes.
Yeah, because you know, in Singapore, life is really so stressful. High cost of living,
we
and so
want
on
to
and so
see
forth.
greens around.
Yeah, but then Singaporean being Singaporeans, you know, I want to see greens, but I don't want to be in the green. So it's best to be viewed from your place. All right. So
and a lot of I think a lot of families with new park connectors. Yes,
cycling.
That's something that families will enjoy.
Yeah, cycling, rollerblading, walks, and so on and so forth. Okay, so this is really in a very nice serene area. And of course, the next one is we are looking at is what's in the master plan of the plots around it. Okay, and surprisingly enough, okay, this is the 4th plot, NARA Residence.
Okay.
And guess what? How many more plots are there? 6.
10. I mean a total of 10.
A total of 10
plots.
I have to say, in the next few years, another 6 plots of land will be released.
There'll be more.
Yes. So if you are looking at it, we are still considered the first mover advantage. And it's always a 2 years difference between each project, other than Skywood lah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so looking at the connectivity.
The only thing I think is not so fantastic about this project is I do not have a MRT station. Near enough.
Near enough.
Yes. Okay, because if I want to walk to Hillview MRT, it's 80 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
So I would rather do this. I will take the 11 minutes bus ride on 973 to Bukit Panjang MRT, which is the downtown line. And the frequency is on average about 12 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you plan it nicely on your bus app, right, you just go down 2 minutes walk to the bus stop. You take it's 11 minutes straight to MRT. Don't need to walk.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so that's the only thing, because if not, then it's going to be fantastic because MRT is just beside. But it's not lah. This is not. Okay. So in location wise, of course, we'll be looking at malls.
Hillian, the Real Mall.
Yes. So just now we mentioned, you know, Dairy Farm Mall, just beside. Okay, it has almost everything already. Of course, if you think you need more, you go to Hillian, which is a 12 minutes bus right away. You can go to UV2, 18 minutes walk away. Or cycle. You can cycle across if you want, uphill. Of course, the last one is the Real Mall, which is an interesting concept. I mean, I've always visited there.
Yeah,
the bars and the food is
it's
actually quite
it's
okay.
a nice chill place.
Yeah, it is. It is. Okay, last but not least, a lot of people are always concerned about this number two thing.
Schools.
Yes, you got MRT, you must have school.
Yes.
Okay, so what school do we have?
Bukit Panjang Primary School and also CHIJ.
Yeah, CHIJ Our Lady of Queen of Peace.
Our Lady Queen of Peace.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not bad, quite fluent. Okay, so these are the two schools that's within 1 km away. Okay, so if you are looking to put your kids inside this, of course, CHIJ is a girls' school. If you're looking to put your children into this, I think that's where you can actually consider.
Yeah. So I'm sure a lot of people who wants to go into this project will be asking, then next time who are my buyers?
Yeah, but importantly, we want to look at who are the potential buyer for this launch.
Yes, the entry.
Yeah, who want to buy first, ma?
Correct.
Okay, then we'll be looking at it. Okay, so what one of you we saw is really the upgraders.
Upgraders from around the area
Bukit Batok.
Bukit Batok, Bukit Panjang, Choa Chu Kang. Yes.
Okay, some of the flags has already MOP, so probably they are looking to move. This is number one. And in Singapore context, we know that buying new launch always makes the most sense if you can wait. Okay, then number two is really the nature lovers.
Yeah.
Or people like me.
We have clients who wants to move to that area itself, so that they can cycle.
Yeah.
To the nature reserve and things like that. Yeah.
And we even have tenants who stay in the Hillview area. Okay, after staying there for a few years, they decided to move to another place, which is also in Hillview because they don't want to leave the place at all.
They don't want to leave Hillview at all.
All right. Then of course we have parents looking to put their children into CHIJ as well as Bukit Panjang Primary School. Okay, and last but not least is really professionals seeking serene
want
living.
to seek a serene living.
Yeah.
And also at the same time, you mentioned the downtown line just now.
Yes, exactly.
That brings you direct to CBD. Yes.
Okay, so
for the just now we mentioned the land bids.
Yeah, the land bids.
Government land sales. Yes.
So what we see is this okay. The developer actually bid 2029. There's only 2 bidders. Okay, because they bid in a time when it's not so fantastic because they bid it in January 2025 itself.
No, they bid it at 102.
No, I mean the year 2025.
Oh.
The year 2025 they bid at 1020 PSF PPR. Okay, so at this point of time, a lot of developers actually has lands and then may not decide to come into bid.
Correct.
Okay, but back then we saw Botany at Dairy Farm. We have 7 aggressive bidders, and the break-even price or the bid price is actually at 980. Okay, if you ask me between 1020 and 980, the growth did not go much.
Yeah, it's not a very big difference.
But then why did the break-even price increase so much?
Construction cost.
Yeah, it boils down to construction cost. It's something that the government, the developers cannot avoid.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you ask me whether they bid very aggressively, I don't think so. They are in fact bidding at quite a good price, 980 versus 1020. The only reason why they break even at $300 PSF higher is because of the construction cost.
Yes.
Then of course, the next one is we will be looking at the launch price. Because today, if you break even at 2029, to do a 10% profit, they'll have to launch at
2232 PSF
on average.
Yes.
15% profit will be 2334, 20% 2435, and probably
25% profit is at 2536.
Yeah.
PSF.
And based on what we feel, okay, developer might price it really sensitively because if they are going a bit too high, then the nearby properties, which is the stand, it does not make sense for you to buy Dairy Farm anymore.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. Okay, so that's how we feel. Okay, so OCR new launches, the average price, right? Okay, we are seeing on average, right? In fact,
it has grown.
Yeah. 2023 was on average 2146 PSF. Okay, by 2025 is 2264 PSF.
And between 2018 to 2025, it has grown 61%.
Wow. Okay, so I have to say the price, although it has gone higher, it is not a one-off.
Yeah.
It has grown steadily over the years.
Correct.
Okay. So importantly is how does it stand NARA Residence, how does it stand against the resale property?
Against amongst the few properties that's really just within a stone's throw around the area itself.
Because nowadays, okay, why we go into this is because nowadays a lot of people out there are doing lease reset. I mean, it's a fantastic tool to use. Okay, they even go down right to pre-harmonize, post-harmonize, and then deducting off and things like that. But today we are not going to do such complications.
Yep.
Okay, so what we do is we want to compare it to the 3 resale that is really nearby. Dairy Farm Residence.
Okay.
Okay, Skywoods, and of course Forest Key. The reason why I don't want to compare Botany is because Botany is really recent, and then it will not have much difference. The price is actually, in fact, quite similar.
Yeah, the price will be quite similar.
Yeah. Okay, so in Dairy Farm Residence, right, highest PSF is 1950 for 3-bedder.
Yes, and the lease actually starts from 2018.
Okay, so
it's a difference of 7 years.
Yes, 7 years. Okay, so then we have Skywood, highest PSF 1790. Wow, quite low.
Yeah.
But 3-bedder 1173, lease starts from 2012. 2012.
Which is 13 years difference.
Yes, 13 years difference. And then we have our last but not least for Forest Key Residence. Sorry, for Forest Key Residence. Okay, Forest Key Residence highest PSF 1668 for 3-bedder as well.
Yes.
Okay,
1238 square feet.
Okay, the reason why we are comparing a lot of 3-bedders, do you know why?
We should go into bigger spaces.
No, bigger spaces, because I feel that in Dairy Farm itself, it's really buying more for own stay rather than
stay. Yes,
investment.
That's why we are more comparing more on the 3-bedders.
The 3-bedders, of course. Then you have the smaller family coming in to buy for own stay for the 1 and 2-bedders.
Yes.
Okay, but because now we don't know the price or the unit mix yet. So
we
I don't think
the unit mix yet. Yeah. We won't know the launch price.
Yes. So, but I'm sure developer will build 3-bedders.
Definitely.
Okay, so when we do a lease reset, right? Okay, what we have here is the Skywood. Okay, once we do a lease reset, is 2060 PSF.
Yes, so for people who are not sure what exactly a lease reset thing is,
you better explain.
Yeah, Bobby, we should explain a little bit on it. We're using the price now and reset it back to if it's sold at a 99 years lease.
Okay, why do we do that? Why do we do that? Because a lot of people feel that, I buy resale is so much cheaper.
Yeah, I buy the older ones and very cheap.
Yes, but then you forget that there's actually like lease decay. The lease actually drops.
Yes, especially for leasehold properties.
So what we do is actually we take the remaining lease, right, divide by current price. The current price divided by remaining lease, you multiply by 99. So you will see that if it's 99 years, how much is it actually selling for?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So what we have for Skywood is with 81 years remaining by 2030. Why we look at 2030 is because that's where
TOP.
Yes.
NARA Residences.
Yes. Okay. So lease reset, right, is 2060 PSF. Okay. And
for
then
Dairy Farm is 2098 PSF.
87 years.
With 87 years remaining.
And then Forest Key is 1943. 80 years remaining.
Yes.
Okay, so a lot of people will say, hey, Dairy Farm is new.
Yep.
But the price, like, not much different.
But at that point of time, you are comparing an 87 years lease to a 94 years lease. Yes.
Okay, so what I want to drive across is this. You might be seeing, based on what we analyze, okay, Dairy Farm Residence prices is actually pretty good away from NARA Residence. And then based on the lease, right, it's not that far off.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so but why did the Dairy Farm Residence prices did not increase as much? Okay, one of the good reason I feel is really because of the maintenance fee.
Oh, okay.
This is the one. It was in the news, It was the the commercial portion. Yeah.
Yes.
So we don't know what's the arrangement now, but people are wary, so that's why a lot of people are not going in. But I have to say this is a very good property. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, based on this, right? Based on this chart, like you see this chart, okay. So with the price like that in 2030, okay, which project will you go for if you're a buyer?
We do have a group of buyers who want new. Like for me personally, right? I am somebody, even if I buy resale, I will literally tear down the whole house and then redo everything to my liking. So I am such because I don't want to use
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to reuse like in a way,
Yeah.
but of course, that there's people that will mean that you will incur a hefty sum of renovation costs.
So then you'll be looking at those kind of people who wants new but do not want to wait or do not have the luxury of time to wait.
Yes, probably people who I just got married and I want my
A house.
yes,
ready to move
my
in.
privacy. I want something ready to move in.
Just install light and curtain.
I don't want to spend too much on renovation.
Yes. Okay, so based on what we see, right, okay, NARA Residence, if you buy at the correct price and you sell at about 26, 27, I think it's a good property to go into. Yeah, so who will the buyers be? Okay, so what we're looking out for is really a few groups. Number one is the future citizens and PRs.
Yeah.
Okay, those who got, just earlier on we mentioned that the number of people who are getting the citizenship and PR.
Correct.
Okay, and they want new property, but I don't want to wait. Which
yeah,
is
because
your category.
They might be bringing their family over to Singapore, and then they just need a place.
Yeah.
And they want their own place.
Yes.
They don't want to start renting and then, for that many years and things like that. Yeah.
So the second group is actually your HB upgraders who also want new property, also don't want to wait. You know why? Because wait means rental.
Yes.
And then rental means cutting down on their profits.
Profits.
Okay, so then we'll be looking at, what is the property of who? Is there even any neighboring HDB that is going to MOP soon? Okay, so we have this West Breakeven. Okay, this project is in early stage of construction. MOP, what's that? The completion date is likely in 2027.
Yes.
So if you give another 5 years, it's 2032.
Yes.
Okay, then Westgate Bukit Batok. Okay, this project is under construction. It's not scheduled for keys collection in 2025. Likely is also in 2027. And then we have your West Plain, which is MOP in 2025.
Okay.
Okay. So not only that, we are seeing a lot of MOP units ready in 2027, 2028. So these are your future buyers.
All these people will be future buyers.
Yes. Okay. So
they not necessarily must be staying around the area right now.
No.
They may just be people who MOP from other places and want to now stay closer to the parents.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you have a big group of buyers. Of course, then future buyers for NARA Residence, just now we mentioned there's this unique group of buyers who want new house and don't want to wait.
Don't want to wait for it.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is it. Okay.
So this is a bit on of our take on NARA Residences itself.
Yes.
Okay.
So this property, in my view, okay, for if you are investor buying, it's not really for short-term hold, 4 to 6 years. It's really you got to find it useful because this one you can rent out easily because of the GSS.
Yes.
And your whole period is likely between 8 to 20 years. Maybe don't need 20 years lah, 8 to 15 years lah. Okay.
Okay.
And if you want to buy for real investment for this property, a probably good unit mix to go for is your 2 or 3 bedders.
Okay.
Okay. How about for home buyers and stay and invest?
This is a very good place for own stay because of its environment itself.
Yes.
Yeah, and then of course it's within 1 kilometer to 2 primary schools.
And it's 1 km to 1 km to 2 primary schools.
Yeah.
And then my suggestion is really you buy bigger units which appeals for future sales. And also because
for people who want it for own stay.
Own stay, yes. Because when we buy property, right, if you're buying for own stay, I always tell my client, you got to plan 10 or 15 years ahead. Okay, because go for the maximum that you can afford. Because who knows, children might pop out, your parents might need to come and stay with you, and so on and so forth. So you don't be, bo pian, I got to sell, then you sell at a loss. Okay?
Correct.
So this project in our take, right, is great for water concept. Why? Because of passive income and offload during your retirement. Okay, so exit analysis.
So based on this, do you think that NARA Residence will have a very good exit strategy?
Exit strategy, what we see up there, I think it can exit. But of course, the price to exit, we have to dive deep into, the recent trend of growth in the resale from 2018 to 2025.
Okay.
So based on what we see, right, in the whole of OCR region, the growth was about 35%. From 2018
the
to
increase
2025.
Was 35%.
Yeah, so on average, it's 5% per annum.
Okay.
Okay, and then
if we dive deep into
just district chemistry.
Yeah, district itself.
And in this district itself, right, the growth is 54% from 2018 to 2025. I would say there's actually strong demand. Okay, I just because it actually it grow more than the rest of the region in OCR. Okay, but then the question is, despite the growth, okay, should you enter this project on launch? Which is the most important.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think this is what a lot of people watching this video want to know, right?
yeah. Should I enter on launch? Should I be going to queue up, put check, and then faster go in?
Yes.
So then we want to look out for the historical data. Okay, number one is dairy farm residences.
So they took about 3 years to sell out.
Yes, but it was good because price increase of 27%. I need to say, if I'm the first time buyer, the first buyers who bought, right?
If I was the one who put in the check and go for balloting all this, right? Yeah.
Then the price actually, increased 27% even before I sell. Okay, so then, but on the other hand, when we look at botany at dairy farm, right, the data shows not so fantastic. Okay, because launch sold out in 2 years. Okay, but then
it was sold out in 2 years.
Yeah, but the price increase was only 2%.
Okay.
So likely from the chart, right, we see that the price dip. Probably developer did some adjustment of prices. Okay, so in a way, it's really a mixed one, and these are the two data that we want to pull out to show you all, because it really sets you into thinking mode on whether you should go in or not. So yeah, so our take is really, before you even go and view the show flag, okay, define your goals and financials with our clear framework.
Correct.
Okay,
and then identify the walkaway prices.
And this is super important because today I don't think you should be spending, or you should be going high.
Like we always mention, you don't want to FOMO and then go
and chiong
and chiong shua. I know there's shua there lah, but don't need to chiong.
Okay, so I need to say, when you are buying things that is really beyond the price, you really got to look at your surrounding projects, okay, or even in other regions, to see if the price makes sense. Okay, so if you need help, of course, then look for us. But of course, if you are buying for own stay and then you don't mind, you feel that the price is what you can afford, please go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, if you love the area you're buying for own stay, then please go ahead. Don't
because it's two different categories. Today you're buying for investment, then the numbers must be really right. But you're buying for own stay, then I think that it's more important that you like the place.
Correct.
Because eventually, holding long enough in Singapore context, I think you'll still earn.
You definitely, yes.
It's better than not buying anything.
It's better than not even taking the leap of faith.
So for first time buyers or buyers who intend to buy and then sell with a good profit one, okay, I really think that you need to dare to walk away and explore post launch if the price is way off.
Yes.
And of course, over the next video, we'll be looking at some of the post launch project. And before we even evaluate the rest of the new launches. Okay. All right. So last but not least, I think that's the end of our video. If you have liked our video so far, do subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll be releasing weekly videos, podcasts, webinars, and then do join our Telegram community. Okay, and you can scan the QR code here, because that's where we
market insights. Really.
That's where we share things that cannot be mentioned on YouTube. Okay, and of course, feel free to contact either one of us. My number is 8081-4311. All right, and you are
9172-8838.
Yes, so feel free to contact two of us. If not, then do join our socials or follow our socials, and we'll keep in touch.
See you.
Bye.